Hello, and welcome to the messagelabs Enterprise Instant Messaging Professional Online Desktop walkthrough. In the next 10 minutes, we will be showing you how to use the basic features of the pod, such as IM, chat, SMS, and file transfer. This demonstration presumes that you already have the pod software installed on your computer. If this is not the case, please refer to the instructions in your welcome email or your IT contact. To begin with, we need to log into the pod. Enter your username and password and press the login button. This is the main pod management screen. At the top you will see the menus. Below this is your name and status with your file manager and company logo. The contacts list contains your company and private address books and also allows you to see which of your contacts are online. At the bottom, the initials MSN and AIM show which third-party IM services you are allowed to connect to, and their color indicates your connection status. On the right of the window, you can see the icons which allow you to send IMs, SMSs and emails, create chat rooms and carry out searches. Note, not all of these features will be available to all users. Access is controlled by your administrator. To send an IM, select a person from the online contacts list and click the top icon. This will open the IM window. To send an IM, type your message into the lower part of the window and press the send button. Your message and any responses will appear in the main window. You can also change the font of your messages as shown, and the size and the color of the text. Emoticons are also known as smiles and are used to quickly let people know what you are thinking. You can also save your IM message using the disk icon at the top of the screen. This creates a copy of the IM conversation for your own records. If your company has chosen to log all IM conversations, this will be done separately. Once you have finished your conversation, you can close the IM window. An IM conversation is conducted between two people. If you need to communicate with more than two people at once, then you will need to create a chat room. To do this, select one or more of the people that you want to talk to and press the chat icon. Give the chat a name and select whether it is to be public or private. Public chats can be found and joined by anyone in the company, and private chats are only accessible by the people you have invited. At this stage, you can also invite other people from your address book. Once you have finished, press Start Chat. The chat window is similar to the IM window, except that you also have a list of active participants. As people type messages into the chat, they will appear with their names in the main window. From the chat window, you can also search for text in the chat, save the text of the chat, and also invite other participants. Once you have finished chatting, press the close button and leave the chat. The chat will still be active until everybody has left. The pod can also be used to send mobile phone text messages to contacts who have added their mobile phone numbers to their profile. To send an SMS, select the person you want to send. To send an SMS, select the person you want to send to and press the SMS icon. You can also add additional telephone numbers to the recipients list by typing them to the Add New Number box. Note that you need to add the country code for the recipient. Once you have created the list of recipients, you can type your text message. SMS messages have limits to the number of characters in the message, and your remaining space is shown above the window. Once you have finished typing your message, press the Send button. The status field will indicate if the message has been sent successfully. At the moment, the SMS tool is one-way only. You can only send messages to mobile phone recipients, but they are not able to reply. The next feature to review is the email button. This will use your normal email program and create an email to the people you select from the contacts list. Once you have completed your email, press the Send button. The pod also allows you to share files and find files which have been shared by other users. To explore files which have been shared by other users, press the File Explorer button. This opens the Pod File Explorer. Using the navigation menu on the left-hand side, find the name of the person whose file you wish to explore and open their file folder. There are a number of different ways of sending a file to a user. One of the simplest is to drag a file from your computer to their name in the contacts list. There are no restrictions on the type of file that you can send. This will open the File Transfer dialog box and show you the file being uploaded. Once the file transfer has been completed, press the Close button. The person you have sent the file to will be able to retrieve it through their pod. To explore your own files, you can use the My Files and My Inbox links above the Contacts window. Selecting My Files shows files which you have uploaded to your pod. Files which you have been sent will show in your inbox. Files which you have been sent but have not opened will show as new files. To share a file so that other users can search for it and download it, right-hand click the file name and select Sharing from the menu that appears. Once you have shared a file, it will be tagged as shared in the File Explorer. You can also use the pod to search for contacts, chats and files which have been shared. This is accessed via the search icon on the main pod screen. First select the criteria for your search. When searching for a chat, you can either search for all chats which you are able to join, or you can specify the chat by the name or ID of the person who created it. Once you have entered your criteria, press the Search button. In this case, we have searched for all public chats, and we could join any of the chat rooms listed by clicking on the room name. To search for a particular person, use the Contact Search options from the Criteria drop-down. Enter their pod ID or their first or last name. Then press the Search button. This will show a list of all relevant contacts. The pod has a number of settings which you can configure. To review these, you can select the Connection menu. Then select Connection Settings. This opens the connection screen, which contains the information the pod uses to connect to its server. The General tab allows you to configure how and when the pod runs and how the information is arranged in the contact screen. The Accounts tab shows which user accounts are stored on the pod and which one will be used automatically when the pod is started. In order to communicate with contacts who use AIM, MSN or Yahoo, you need to have an existing account with the relevant service. If you have an account, you can enter the information on this screen. If you don't have an account, you will need to visit the homepage of the service provider to set one up before you can configure it via the pod. On the Alerts tab, you can configure how the pod will alert you when people log in or log out. When they send you an IM,